Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Fenway Park.
It was another Jerry Remy and Don Orsillo moment as they watched Manny Ramirez rub Julian Tavares' head on May 6, 2007.
I don't know when the Manny era is going to end here in Boston, but I'm not looking forward to that day because... Make him stop!
All of the fans in Fenway wanted Grady Sizemore to do well in his comeback attempt. He was the feel-good story of the spring. His story peaked on May 6, 2014, when he knocked one off the Green Monster in the 12th inning to score David Ortiz and give the Sox a 4-3 win over the Cincinnati Reds. On May 6, 2013, Stephen Drew had 4 hits against the Twins, including the game-winning double with 2 outs in the bottom of the 11th to give the Sox a 6-5 win. Wes Chamberlain had never hit a game-winning home run in the 9th inning, but came through with just that, a dramatic pinch-hit shot that enabled the Red Sox to pull out a 4-3 victory over the Baltimore Orioles on May 6th in 1995. The Red Sox swept the White Sox in a doubleheader on May 6th in 1978. They won the first game on Dwight Evans' 2-run homer with 1 out in the 10th inning. Jim Rice's 2-out single in the 9th inning drove in the tying run, setting the stage for the Evans game-winning walk-off liner into the left field screen the next inning. On May 6th in 1960, for 8 innings, the Red Sox were unable to advance beyond second base against Tigers pitcher Jim Bunning, but they erupted in the 9th inning at Fenway Park and made their way to a 3-2 victory. With the bases loaded, Pete Runnels hit the second pitch on the ground a few feet from the second base side of shortstop Chico Fernandez. As the ball approached him, it took a funny hop and hit off the top of his glove into his face while Gene Stevens raced home with the tying run. Then Frank Malzone came up and hit a fly into short center field. Al Kaline was playing him too deep, came galloping in and couldn't quite reach the ball, while Lou Clinton raced in from third, and the ball game was over. In 1946, on May 6th, the Red Sox pasted the St. Louis Browns in a twin bill at Fenway Park. Dom DiMaggio lashed a single into center field in the bottom of the 9th to bring home Ted Williams with a walk-off run in the second game, 5-4. But behind the excitement, Johnny Pesky fell 1 hit shy of equaling the Major League record for successive hits, while becoming only the 3rd player in MLB history to knock out 11 hits in a row. He added to his previous 7-for-7 stretch with 4 consecutive singles in the opener, and then, not knowing that he was within 1 base hit of an all-time record, sacrificed himself with a bunt to move up the runner in the 8th inning. Then, starting the second game, Johnny started out by getting 2 more hits, thus just missing becoming the first major leaguer to get 13 hits in a row. Bobby Doerr had a day when he belted 2 home runs on May 6, 1942, leading the Sox to a 3-1 defeat in 10 innings over the White Sox. His first homer tied the game at 1-all in the 8th inning, and the second was a walk-off homer into the left field net in the 10th inning. Ted Williams did a similar thing 5 years later on May 6 in 1947. In St. Louis, he hit 2 home runs to beat the Browns. One tied the game at 3-3 in the 9th inning, and the second one, with 2 men on base, won it in the 11th inning, 6-5. On May 6, 1934, the Sox banged out 11 hits in the bottom of the 4th, including 4 triples in succession by Carl Reynolds, Moose Solters, Rick Farrell, and Bucky Walters, along with 4 doubles and 5 singles. They set a major league record at the time by scoring 12 times in the inning and giving them a 14-4 win at the expense of 3 Detroit pitchers. Babe Ruth had been badgering Sox manager Ed Barrow to put him in games as a fielder when he wasn't pitching. So on May 6th in 1918, Barrow inserted Babe in the lineup at first base against the Yankees' George Mogridge. The Sox lost, but Babe hit a homer into the upper deck at the Polo Grounds. Finally, 3 years before, on May 6, 1915, Babe was on the mound and hit his first major league home run, and it put the Sox ahead 1-0. But he later allowed the Yankees to tie the score and then gave up the winning run in the 13th inning, losing 4-3.